Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take.
Well, what up, everybody? This is the Bains Beers podcast. Your host, Anand Bains, here today with my co-host today and a very special guest. We have Jess here today. Loco tera yaar. Call him what you like. You know, all the way from
Detroit,
Michigan.
We literally just talked about it.
And he was supposed to do the research, and you did do the research.
I did it, but no, I just wanted to make sure. I thought maybe, you know, you flew in from somewhere else. You know, you can never something like that, but you're always at home.
No, bro.
You're always
like
on the move.
2 to 3 weeks out of the month on the road doing stuff. On the weekends, like Thursday through Saturday, just gigging it up. So
Yeah.
birthday, anniversary, doesn't matter. You got a contract, you got to be on the road.
So for anyone that doesn't know, you do DJing.
Yeah.
And he's also a singer.
Yes, sir.
You've made some music. Are you like write your own lyrics too?
Yeah.
Producer.
So I don't produce yet.
Yeah.
I started off like blank dole, so I think I want to get into like production.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, but the main thing I would say is like writing is like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I just love writing. I write all my songs from scratch. I don't like calling myself a singer,
Yeah.
you know.
Why's that?
No, man, you're a singer, bro.
Yeah,
That's
you
all.
got a
Appreciate
voice.
that. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
But like the thing is, when you talk about singers, bro, there's singers out there that are way more blessed and that put in the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not trained. I haven't done the training. I would love to be one day.
Yeah.
But I have not. I've just learned tricks from like my peers in my circle that, you know, over time they've taught me stuff. But I would love to. But I don't call myself a singer. I'd rather be like a little vibe creator. You know?
Yeah.
I just make vibes.
Yeah. Good music. Good quality stuff, and definitely shows, man.
So for the people that don't know about you at all, so just kind of tell a little bit background about yourself, where you come from, and a little bit more about your come up, and you know when you started music and how you've kind of got into this whole, what do we call this? What do we call
Industry,
this?
music
Okay.
industry.
Yeah. Or even
Wedding industry,
including
right?
the Punjabi side of things, kind of thing.
Okay. Damn, that was a lot of questions, bro.
Yeah, I know.
But I got you.
Yeah.
So it's
Just like a general kind of thing.
like my background is I was born in Dubai, lived there for about 5 years, then moved to India, Moga. Lived there for about 5 years, and then when I was 10, I moved to the States. And there was a culture shock because I had this like super big Judah and let alone being more Punjabis there. Like I was the only Indian, period. So it was a huge culture shock, and I was like, dealing with a lot of stuff. And then as I got older, we got into like a Bhangra team. I've been doing Bhangra since I was like about 4 years old.
Oh wow.
My dad put us on stage, and I feel like he wanted us to do something
Like you guys
with
were
entertainment.
like the entertainment of the family.
100%. Anybody comes over, he's like, "Yo, aja, Bhangra
Yeah.
or do this or do that, or make them laugh." And like, I was like the joker of the family because I'm the baby, so like I got away with everything. So I was just like, always doing stupid shit, whatever. And and at this point, like, I wasn't into music at all, but we started DJing when I was like around 11. From there in the industry, we made a lot of connections and made a lot of relationships, more importantly. And then we kind of got into the industry, and my brother founded a record label after that with Mickey and Jay.
Yeah.
They Treehouse Records, so they run that all together. And then on my end, I was just, so how my music started, I was a bathroom singer since I was, as long as I can remember, since I was a little kid, But I was making like troll songs, nasty, stupid songs around the house.
But like low key, you kind of like the singing. I feel like. even though you're making those troll songs, or were they just troll songs?
No, I was singing. Yeah, I was
Mhm.
hitting the sodas and
Yeah.
stuff. You know, as a kid.
Yeah,
And in the bathroom, for some reason, in the bathroom, I'm amazing.
yeah. We're all amazing in the bathroom.
That's what I'm saying. We just put a mic in there, you know, just record and
Yeah.
stuff.
Couple
Effect
couple
out the
times
shower.
I had to check myself too, right? Like I was in the bathroom singing, and then I just feel like maybe not.
Come on, bro. Just practice it.
Yeah.
That's literally how I learned. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you.
Really?
That's how I learned Tol. That's how I learned Bhangra. That's how I learned to sing.
Yeah.
That's how I learned how to write.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I just come up with ideas and just run with it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, just all about like putting the creative energy out.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'm just gonna like feel like depressed. I don't
Yeah.
like that shit.
So you feel like your creativity has to always be on the go, or else you have you been in that state of depression,
100%.
and how has that affected you?
Bro, it affected everything. I feel like
Was this just to give a timeline? I feel like this would probably be the timeline. Was this when you had that accident that happened?
at that point I wasn't even planning on singing. I had no plans of doing
You
music.
came out with a song after all that, right? Like
This-
that's when you.
I
Really
came out with a
came
song this
music.
January. The
Yeah.
first song.
January, yeah.
Yeah, before that I was doing like random covers and
Yeah.
stuff, but I didn't really have a plan to actually do it full time.
Yeah.
I had other jobs. I was,
Mhm.
you know, in banking industry, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a career there. And then my side career was DJing,
Yeah.
even though that should have been the main career. 'cause we
But
do
like
that
to bring it all back together, Treehouse Records. It's your brother. He started that, right?
Yeah.
And that's been around for a while,
Yeah.
right? And he was mainly the guy that was involved in. I'd say Mickey Singh's come up too.
Yeah,
You'd
100%,
say, yeah, big time,
100%.
right? Because I remember Treehouse Records wasn't just music back in the day. They were doing a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, you guys did skits and stuff out there,
They did a few
or like a
things,
shows
but-
sort of thing too, right?
Yeah,
There was
focus more on like concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
like that,
There was a big scene back in the day, I'd say, like out there eventually that came out with Bhangra
yeah,
and like everything, right?
yeah.
Because I remember like this is a while, like I'd say 10 years ago, where like even when they used to like there was like Nana tour or Nana and Manpreet tour, they
Oh,
had their
yeah.
come up, and I remember as a kid I'd like watch that scene, and I forgot his name, but he used to be sick at Bhangra. Where was Bhangra Nights from? Out there?
No, I think there's somewhere from Cali. Bhangra Nights?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Bhangra Empire. I feel
Bhangra
bro,
Empire
there was
from-
this
okay, yeah,
whole
Bay.
scene that was like
They're from the
bro-
Bay Area.
Yeah, there was
for
this
sure.
whole scene that I feel like was blowing up back in the day.
Yeah.
How much do you think your brother had in terms of like influence on you in terms of music?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge, bro. Like humongous. Because he taught me how to DJ.
Yeah.
You know, so that got me into more of the industry and made me build the relationships.
Yeah.
But more importantly, like he's been guiding me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even all my songs, that first person I send it to is him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what do you think? You know, and he gives me his advice, and then from there, it's, you know, I sit down with him like, okay, no, I like this, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I agree with you here, I don't agree with you here.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna change this, and this, but not this.
Yeah.
You know, and we talk about it, and then he's like, why don't you think you should change this? And I'm like, because this is my take on this. And he's like, okay, cool, that makes
Yeah.
sense. So it's like we have like very logical conversations that when it
Conversations,
comes to business.
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed on that part.
Yeah. That's key though, because I feel like in a sense, like he's that pioneer of that time, like,
100%.
that brought up that music scene, right?
100%.
Which is big, man.
100%.
Right? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like Mickey Singh's no small deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I feel like they've been in the game, even though I feel like there's so many artists in today's day and in today's time,
Mhm.
but I feel like they kind of like shape the music industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%, bro.
Right?
Yep.
I-
And that was like, I mean,
Years
he's been
and
doing it
years
for
ago.
16, 17,
Right?
18 years
Yeah,
now.
man.
It's a long
I was a
grind,
kid,
bro.
and I remember like watching like Treehouse Records, Mickey, everybody. There's a whole scene, I feel like,
Yeah.
and like people fail to realize like this. Like I feel like that part of America has been doing it. You know how it's
Yeah.
like come out here now,
Yeah.
and like
Mm,
Toronto,
yeah.
it's kind of blowing up. But I feel like America, like Cali, that area, Bay Area, has been doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I never
100%.
thought about it like that.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
it's been around. Like think
100%.
about even Prophecy.
He's
Bro, this
from-
wasn't just recent. Prophecy's
Mhm.
been in the game
He's
for
from
years.
Canada.
It's big, right?
He's from Calgary though.
Yeah, I mean, but
He's
like
saying just
Oh,
that
yeah,
era,
okay.
that
the
time,
era of
yeah.
time,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
because
yeah,
Prophecy and
yeah.
Mickey used to do music back in the day.
Exactly.
Like,
Bro,
you know what I
Duk,
mean?
you ever remember Duk?
Sick song, sick
Bro.
song, and the
Crazy.
it was nuts. You know what I mean? But I feel like everybody just kind of forgot in that time, and it's like. But I feel like there's so much more talent too now.
100%.
Right?
And he's
Just
bro,
more,
he's been hustling for the past couple months, and actually for the past year, I would say.
Yeah.
And so I know he's gonna make crazy drops.
Yeah.
You
You know,
never
very
know.
soon.
But even the song you guys did, insane. How'd you come up with that song? Like, how'd that come about?
So
That's a good question.
I just want to know the process, just like
Okay.
how you come up with the lyrics and like the whole like, you know.
And how like you guys decided? Like I know you guys are buddies and shit, but it's like I'm actually because it's like I feel like sometimes when like somebody's at like that level too, like a friend like that could have like some sort of ego or something like that at that level.
Right. That's never been the problem. Like with us, he's always been like, you know, guiding me and trying to help me out, whatever, you know, on that side of it. But how the idea came about, bro, like, so my accident happened in May of 2019. And after that, I couldn't move out. My normal life was over. You know, I wasn't going to work. I wasn't doing anything. So I started getting into meditation. So I was meditating one day in my wheelchair in the driveway. And it was like a summer day, September or some shit. And the meditation said, today I will do something that I'm afraid to do. And it was like affirmations, right? So I repeated it, and I repeated it 3 times. And then I paused it. I was like, hold on. What am I afraid to do? Yeah. And I started thinking. So the first time I ever tried to record a song was in 2008 in Mickey's basement. There's actually a YouTube video online of this. And, like, it's ghetto, bro.
Yeah.
It is ghetto, like I'm telling you. And so, but at that point, I didn't have any training or anything like that. But I've always been able to come up with lyrics,
Yeah.
you know, and just fill in the melodies. And, bro, I spent 8 hours trying to record one line.
Holy shit.
One full, like, verse, like, basically, you know, 8 bars. 8 hours. And after that, I was like, Jessie, this ain't for you, dog. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I just got really, like, deterred away, and I just never tried to record a song. I gave up. I got into the industry, started doing whatever, you know, I had to do.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, music ain't for me. I'm going to just stick to DJing. I'm great at that. I like dough. Cool. Let's just stick to what we know. We making the money. Just
Keep it going.
You know, keep it going, right? Why go out and look for something when you're already sitting on the go? Like,
yeah.
But after the accident, when that day I was meditating in the driveway, it hit me. I was like, what am I afraid to do? So the reason why I couldn't record that day was because I had mic fright, right? So there's stage fright.
Yeah.
I don't have stage fright because I've been on stage since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
I can get on stage and, like, it's cool.
Yeah.
But when I get into a booth or in front of a mic, it was like,
The pressure.
Like Eminem style.
Kind of. Oh, actually, yeah. I know. Yeah, literally what
Peter
happened.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
And but he was in front of like
Yeah, he was on
500
stage, but,
people.
like,
I was
when
in
you're
front of
in the booth.
my brothers,
Yeah.
2 people, and I froze up.
Yeah.
And it took 8 hours to record 3 lines, and they were horrible.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, or like get off the mic, and Mickey's like, yo, do this and this and this, and I would hit it,
Yeah.
and then he's like, okay, now quickly do the same thing, but just move here, and I would get in front of the mic, and then I would.
Oh shit.
Just because I was in front of the mic, I could do it off of the mic, but
In
it
front
was
of the
just
mic,
weird.
yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I can read signs, so I was like, all right, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
And this is 2008, so, and then after the accident, when I decided, I hit up. I didn't know how to record. I didn't know any of that technical stuff on that side,
Yeah.
and so I hit up KV Singh. Like, you know, he's been putting out bangers recently, man.
Yeah.
And he's one of my real good friends, and he literally packed up his whole studio, came over because he knew I couldn't go to his house,
Yeah.
and he literally set it up in my room and helped me record my first song ever.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was like, okay, now it's a different drive. It's a different reason, and I had no problem recording it. Hit these crazy, it was a folk song,
Yeah.
like Punjabi folk song, like
Yeah.
compared to what I'm putting out. This is like straight, like, best way I can explain it is like Mankita Thalak and like Jordan Sandhu's type of like a, you know, from a girl's perspective.
Yeah.
Very desi.
Okay.
But that's what I started off with. But then I was like, okay, so then I started learning from there. I was like, okay, how do you do this and do this? Now I started recording myself.
Yeah.
But now it's just I'm able to grow from there. And so how actually, I'm sorry, the exact result, how Feels I came around was last December. Amin and my brother and Mickey and everyone, I was showing them my music. I was just kind of asking for opinions.
Yeah.
And they heard, I had made actually like 15, 16 songs by that time, full tracks, ready to go.
Shit, yeah.
And this is in last December, a year
Yeah.
ago, basically.
Yeah.
And they heard the stuff and they were like, yo, we should work. But Feels Like was never even an idea. And Feels Like Mickey and another artist, I don't want to say their name because, you know, it's just kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
But it was him and another artist, and he's very successful in the same industry, like
Yeah.
genre that Mickey's in. But they were like, no, I think it would be better. Because when I heard the song,
Yeah.
there were certain words that I was just like Punjabi, bro, you can't just say, you know, to a girl, vey. That's a knee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you say vey, it doesn't. And there's a lot of songs like that right now where people don't even understand the basics.
Yeah.
And so there was little things like that, and I started giving my feedback, and they were like, why don't you do this song
Yeah.
with him?
Yeah.
And I started just switching up the lyrics, and we kind of just like redid it. And initially it was a trap vibe, but I was like, yo, we need a feel-good song. you know?
Yeah.
So then Mickey actually kind of like produced that whole thing from scratch,
That's
both of us
crazy.
together. So with that specific song, the lyrics were there,
Yeah.
but we kind of enhanced them and made them our own. You know, someone else had
Yeah.
written it. I don't know what it was, so we kind of just took everything off, changed the whole vibe, and kind of just redid everything.
Yeah.
And here we are.
That's just magic that's created it. That's crazy.
Like this happened in December.
Yeah.
In November, there was no plan of me putting out any songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Sometimes I
happened
feel like
overnight.
it's just the timing and like, you know, the vibes that you
Bro.
have.
100%.
And when you
Yeah.
guys made it, were you just like, oh, it's fire?
100%.
Was it like right off the bat, you guys heard
Everybody
it and
was
you're
just
just
like-
like, yeah.
We sent it to the team, and they were just like, yo, what the hell did you just make?
You have
Yeah.
to call other buddies saying sorry, bro.
Yo, that's so unfortunate though. Imagine being the guy getting shafted. Yo, bro, you're not doing this anymore.
Bro, I actually got shafted.
Oh,
And
really?
When did COVID start? 2020, right?
Yeah.
February of 2019. Or, 2020.
Yeah.
I got shafted from...
How does that feel?
Yeah.
Honestly, it worked out
Yeah.
because he's actually one of the biggest artists right now. He's from out here,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
you know?
He just did a tour.
Shout out, homie. But at that
AP
point...
Dhillon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I was out here in end of 2019 and like beginning of 2020. Ended up living in like Blaine area,
Yeah.
like right over the border.
Yeah.
So we ended up linking and kind of making this vibe.
Yeah.
And then the borders closed down.
Oh,
Mm.
fuck.
And we're like, yo, we can't make this song. Like, just, like, there has to be a
Yeah.
vibe together.
Yeah.
And then so we were like, okay, let's just wait off till the borders open because they said like 30 days.
Yeah.
Like, I'll come over. Then it turned into 2 years, you know.
Yeah.
No.
But good for him because at that point he was consistent and
He kept going.
that worked out in his best favor
Yeah.
because nobody else was doing that.
Mhm.
And he gave someone, everyone something completely different.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, that was a perfect timing.
Okay, I have a question. Since you're someone that understands music, what was so different for him to do what he did, considering like Mickey guys did it, Prophecy did it, but what was that AP did was so different? Like, what was so different about his music?
So, bro, like, I feel like he's catering to, everybody's catering to a bunch of different people,
Yeah.
but the biggest thing comes down to is, like, I guess hard music,
Yeah.
like talking about my own gotta do, and people love that.
Yeah.
But the way he delivered it, there's a lot of people trying to do it.
yeah.
Mhm.
But the way he delivered it, he's talking on every song. He's
Yeah.
not singing.
Yeah.
He's
that's true.
talking on every single song.
Yeah.
And the way he delivered it, the best part about all his songs is, bro, you can sing along and you can f***ing feel like you're hitting
Yeah.
the notes. You can sing along. Everybody can. You know what I mean? Because it's,
The lyrics are kind of easy enough to understand,
Exactly.
and like everybody can kind of vibe. Okay.
and even then, it's so Tate.
Yeah.
It's so Tate. It's like literally poetry. Like Shinda Kalo. Like,
He writes it, right?
no, I'm sorry, not Shinda Kalo. What is it?
Shinda writes the lyrics.
Yeah,
I
Shinda,
think you
Shinda.
said
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
earlier.
I'm
That's
sorry,
crazy though, bro. Like I always used to
Yeah.
tell you guys, man. I was like,
Mhm.
Shinda's got a big part in this. People
Yeah,
don't
yeah, no.
fail to
Oh,
understand
yeah.
the
He's right,
lyrics that he
yeah.
writes are pretty dope,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Like-
it's just, I feel like just every piece, like, together.
Yeah.
With one piece missing, then you're
Bro,
fucked.
100%.
And they're
like,
not gonna. That's literally probably probably another thing. I feel like that you're asking that why it didn't happen. I also believe it's the time that we're in, also has something to do with it.
Probably, yeah.
And then I also believe that they just have the right team and they have the right people around them. And that's the way that there's, bro. You just don't wake up and sell out Rogers Arena.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
that's
did.
big.
No, basically, they did. You
Or
know what I
like,
mean?
but that's what I mean. Like it takes.
it was
yeah.
a year of music. There was a long break, but like
Yeah.
they did it. They did it so well. They delivered so well.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, that. I mean, I don't know if they'll sell it out or not. They probably will,
Yeah.
realistically, because there's always gonna be younger kids. There's always gonna be
Mhm.
newer people that didn't get a chance to go then.
Yeah.
But it's also like my thing is, bro, like when it happens quick, there's you learn by experience. You can't go to
100%.
school and learn how to put on a concert
Yeah, yeah.
and a tour and do it perfectly or perform. More importantly, perform, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And
it's hard.
the stage presence is the biggest thing. You can have 4 people
Yeah.
and still feel like there's no one on there, or you can have one person on stage and she's like, yo, he's covering the whole stage. He's
killing it.
He's killing
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
It's like that feeling Sidhu would bring too. Because I've seen some of his
Oh.
concerts.
Oh, man.
Holy bro.
Bro, he's
That's
straight
different.
raw, like goosebumps,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Goosebumps and like, yeah.
He owned it. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, I told him one day, I was like, yo, you're literally like the Bindra of our generation.
Yeah. Facts.
And I was like, Candlelight
yeah.
is the Yardbold of this like century and
Yeah.
like even our generation probably. I
Yeah.
was like, in 30 years, this song's still gonna be banging.
Bumping, yeah.
Just like Yardbold.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be banging. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you knew Sidhu personally?
Yeah.
And how was our relationship? How'd that impact you?
Amazing, bro.
Yeah.
He's like an older brother to me. He's actually like he's a kid psychiatrist. He's a
Yeah.
doctor along with everything. So I'm like, every time I'm having a hard day, I call him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, this happened. I don't know what to do, because the blessing for that is he's also on the medical side knows how to handle that.
Yeah.
But on the business side,
He knows.
really well how to
what
handle
he's
that,
doing,
because
yeah.
he's managing himself.
Oh, really?
You know, he's got a team, but like, you know what I mean? He knows what, like, he's a
putting
main
the
guy.
steps in, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, yo, this happened.
Yeah.
I feel depressed. I want to quit. You know,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, this happened to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's way worse. I'm like, never mind. And I'm like,
And then you kind of take a
You
step
gotta
back.
put out-
Yeah, you kind of see reality that way
Exactly.
too, right?
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Let's go back into a little bit about your accident, because you said that was like a big,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna loop
like a,
back
yeah, like a
into,
big
that,
step for where you made your music. You want to give a little background as to what happened and
Okay.
like, and
How it
let's talk
affected
about that,
you.
because I feel like
Yeah.
there's people that can relate. You know, that go through a similar
oh,
situation,
100%.
that kind of go into this dark hole, right?
or the
Okay.
fact that it's such a
100%.
one-off situation for so many probably people out there, though.
I mean,
You
you
know
don't
what I
expect to
mean?
get in an accident and,
And
have
then just
broken bones
having-
and be laid out 100%. Okay, man. For me, this is like a deep, subject. So if I overtalk, let me know.
No, bro, let it out, bro.
Ooh. Okay. So what happened was I was driving that night. It was flooded up to the bypasses.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the bridge, like highways going down and the road go over.
Yeah.
It was flooded up to people were jet skiing on the highways and freeways, bro. In Detroit. And so that night I was driving and it was flooded and there was a big puddle of water. And me being a kid at heart, like in India and Mocha, I used to just ride my cycle when there was a puddle. I'll put my legs up and just go super fast and just splash water, you know? And I'm like, yo, I got a big 4x4 truck. Like, you know, it's cool. Like, put it in 4x4. And I started whipping it. And I was literally like half a mile away from my house. And so I started going through the water. I would have been fine, but there was a big pothole this big right there.
Oh, shit.
So when I hit that, I just lost traction. And there was a junkyard that was on this side.
Yeah.
And they had a semi-truck that was broken down, parked right outside on the street, like on the side of the street.
Yeah.
I lost control so fast, I just, boom, 80, 90 miles per hour,
Cool.
head on. And it was raining. It was in front of a junkyard. So I laid there bleeding out for 2 to 3 hours.
Holy fuck.
I don't know who called the cops, how they came. First, the wrong city came. They were like, we can't touch him.
Oh,
Other
really?
city came. Yeah, it was, bro, this is how it works.
That's
Like,
how
bro.
it is out there?
Yeah. They
Holy
wouldn't, bro,
shit.
I was blown away. And then they took me to the first hospital. So this happened at 11:30. I got to the first hospital at 3 a.m.
Damn.
and it was only half a mile, like a mile and a half away.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, this is a trauma. You gotta go to this place." That was 45 minutes away.
Fuck.
And at this point, I'm unconscious. I'm bleeding out.
You weren't conscious during these 2-3
I'm
hours.
completely out.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
time I woke up was in the ambulance, and like this elbow was. This is just one of the like 20 bones I broke.
Holy
This was
shit.
just completely split open, and I was laid out, and it was like sticking in my. The way it was. you know?
Yeah.
And I woke up, and I don't like blood, and I don't like bones, sticking out. That's just fucked up. So I saw that, and I was like, oh shit, and I fainted again.
Yeah.
And then I woke up, and I was like, yo, someone call my family, like someone call someone, like let them know, because I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Yeah.
And finally got to the hospital. They ended up calling my parents and my family, and they came through, and I was in the ICU in like a coma for a couple days.
Oh.
The doctors were like, he's not because I had 5 ribs broken, and the ribs went in and cut my liver and my kidneys, so I had internal bleeding now because of that. And my hip and my spine shattered.
Shit,
So
bro.
they were like, he's never gonna walk again. He's never gonna drive again. They're trying to put all this shit into my head, and I'm just like, okay. I got depressed. I was like, okay. I'm one of the most active people I know in my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, I played basketball, football, track. You know, even now I'm just always on the go. And to hear that, bro, I was like, wait, so I'm gonna just be a vegetable like
Yeah.
for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
And I accepted it because I was like, shit, these are fucking doctors.
Yeah.
You know, they know what they're doing. And he was like 60 years old, so he's been doing a long time.
Yeah.
So I believe him. You know what I mean? At that point, I'm like, okay, he's an ortho doc. You know,
He knows what he's saying.
he knows. So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And I gave up. And they were like, you're going to be in the hospital for 6 months. And I was like, I'm not. That's like saying in prison, bro. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So I fought my way out after 24 days.
Damn.
And ended up home. And they were like, we'll send you nurses to do this, blah, 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 blah. My mom was like, nope, I don't need no one. She's like, I got my son.
Yeah.
So, bro, my mom literally, like, I would say God, but, like, my mom is my God on earth, bro. Like, it's like, you know, I was 28, 29 at that point.
Yeah.
You know, this is when I'm supposed to be taking care of her,
100%.
you know, and she's literally having to, like, you know, wipe my shit for 6 months,
Oh,
you know,
fuck.
take care of me.
Yeah.
I can't even get up. I have to use like a slider board to get on the wheelchair and try to go
Yeah.
to the. I didn't go to the actual restroom, like for a long time.
Yeah.
And then she had to like give me, bro. She's she's amazing, but like she shouldn't have to do all this at this point.
Yeah.
You know, she's almost 60. I
Yeah.
think. So I was like, because
Fuck, that fucks up with probably mentally too, right?
bro,
Just
it was I gave up,
as a banda, like having
exactly.
your
It's
mom.
Draining, bro.
bro. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, like, honta time aaya, like, you know, je kal nu koi load hogi, I should be there for my mom.
Standing there for
100%. I'm like, yo, and I'm screaming in pain, and she's running, and ki ho gaya, adhi raat nu 3 baje utt ke bhaj gayi hundi hai, ki ho gaya?
Yeah.
And it was just heartbreaking. So I was like, no, I can't do this. And I started reading books, like self-help books and stuff like that, and started looking at, like, really research on Napoleon Hill and how he, you know, studied your, like, brain
Yeah.
and brain waves and brain nerves, and, like, they did that hypnotherapy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And they cured cancer. They cured so much, bro.
Yeah.
Because I realized in that process that everything we have is, like, I'm sorry, not, it could be different, but, like, most of the stuff is created by us, by our thoughts,
Yeah. Mentally.
mentally.
What's inside our mind?
100%. If you sit here and keep hoping for stuff
That's
and you
not-
don't catch yourself,
Yeah.
then you can be hoping until you're 75 and die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're like, yo, I am getting this, I'm doing this, I already
Yeah.
have this. Like, putting that out there in the world, whether you believe in God or whether you believe in the universe, whether you believe in anything,
Yeah.
just admit the fact that there's a higher power out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then submit to it in a way to, like, where you're like, yo, there's an energy out there. Like, there's a tree that has a life. You know, looking
Yeah.
in there like, yo,
It's something bigger than yourself.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Like, my mom always tells me every day, bro, every single day. She's like, "Kade hankar nahi karna."
Yeah.
She's like, "Jiddan tu hankar kar liya, tu fail ho gaya."
And Hankar is ego.
Ego. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, "Don't ever have ego." You
Yeah.
know? And that sticks with me. You know? So,
I mean, coming from the music industry, I feel like there is ego, so it's important. I think.
no.
No.
So, no. Ego is different, bro.
Yeah.
I'm cocky and confident.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Ego gets to your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My confidence is based on what I know and my knowledge that I've collected in the past,
Yeah.
15, 16 years of doing this.
Because you've done it so often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Travel the world for it,
Yeah.
without even doing a, song, but because I was on the back end. But we learned so much. And I'm a sponge. I hate school.
Yeah.
I never went to college or none of that stuff. I'd rather hustle 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day, and go to sleep with a smile than sit in front of a book for 3 hours a day and be like,
consume something that you're not interested in.
Yeah, I mean, school is important, but it's every single person's made different, right?
100%.
Like,
It works for whoever works.
whoever needs it.
So throughout that phase of your time, you'd say your mom was your biggest, like,
100%.
pillar of help in a sense?
Her and my brother.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
100,000%. Like, she was the one that, like, when I was like, shit, I started crying and I was like, the doctor said I'm never going to walk again.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. She's like, Mera Vaheguru kehda, you will walk.
Yeah.
My God says you will walk again. You will be back to actually better than you were before. And bro, I am.
Yeah.
But every single time I had a moment of like negative moments,
Yeah.
she was like, no. She's like, "Unna ne ta kehna hi hai," which is true.
Yeah.
And that goes back to like what I was talking about. The doctors were like, yo, you're never going to walk again. And I was like, I believed it at that point.
Yeah.
But then I kept hearing, oh, you're going to get arthritis. You're going to do this.
All this other stuff.
Like I got plate in my knees and screws
Fuck.
and, hips and my back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like the Terminator out here.
It's metal everywhere.
How was it at the airport?
Oh, no.
Did it go off?
No, apparently the new technology,
Oh, nice.
they're like special metals and they don't go off. That was the first thing I asked, bro. I was like, yo, I fly way too much, bro.
Yeah.
Like, am I just going to be getting scanned all day?
So that whole situation, how long did it take you to like recover from that injury? Or
Yeah,
that
like how did
accident?
you get from there to like the fact that you're like walking?
Bro,
Even.
so I started walking after like 8 months with like a
Damn.
walker.
And they told you like you weren't going to.
No. Yeah. We're like,
8
you're never gonna
months,
walk
bro.
again.
That's insane.
Started walking with a walker, then was doing crazy therapy every day, 2
Yeah.
to 3 hours a day. And then I was doing my own stuff because, I was like, okay, they make me do easy stuff because they're like, oh, But I would push myself further
Yeah.
because I'm like, yo, if I make my legs and my muscles stronger, it might work out better without hurting it. You know what I mean? So I know my body more than them.
Yeah.
It's me. So I just got better and better and better and better and better. First time I drove, like it was a great experience because I started crying when I was driving. Cause I was like, they said I could never drive. Because what happened was my right foot has something called drop foot or foot drop or something.
Yeah.
So because my sciatica was cut
Mm.
in half, so
Fuck.
it's still coming back together. So there's no full signal to my foot.
Yeah.
But thank God, Waheguru, it's enough for me to be able to push the gas. My ankle fires, my foot doesn't fire. My toes don't fire, nothing fires, but my ankle fires. And when I have shoes on, I'm able to push the gas. I was like, let's go. So, like,
Fuck.
yeah, bro.
That's
So your
great.
foot doesn't go like this.
I can't.
Is that
It
what-
just
that's
falls
not what it
over,
is?
but I can't. If it falls down,
Yeah.
I can't pick it up. Like, there's no signal from my spine. Yeah. But that's why it's like, yo. That's why it's like, yo. Shout out if you ever see me, fall at a show. Just help me up because I probably will be tripping and falling. It happens all the damn time.
Damn.
So, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And that's what, it's like the doctors have to say stuff because of liability.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even if it's not going to happen
They
and
just
it
gotta-
happens, they're going to
Yeah.
get sued.
So
Yeah.
if you didn't have that, so you, when did it change for you, you personally, to be like, okay, I'm going to walk again, I'm going to do this again, I'm going to drive again?
When I
was
started
that?
meditating.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask about.
When I started meditating. Like,
And then I also wanted to just, after that, if you didn't have that, do you think you would make it like that?
I think it would have took a lot longer. I think I would have still made it because
Mm-hmm.
I'm very stubborn and competitive. So
Yeah.
if the doctor tells me no, I'm like, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it then. But in a good way, because it's like, I want to be able to walk,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it was like a both way street,
Mhm.
Yeah.
But meditation helped me slow down and realize, and, made me grateful and made me realize, like, okay, what is important? Like, for example, bro, I'm sitting here right now. I'm able to move my hand,
Yeah.
right? I couldn't do that for like 5 months. My arm was locked up right here because this was completely shattered. This was all done. So it was like, okay, wow. Something as simple as moving your... Bro, something as simple as sleeping on your side or on your stomach.
Yeah.
You have to sleep like this. My bed was one of those hospital beds that goes up and down. So I realized, I was like, yo, I was running around going,
Took everything for granted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we all do, but then it's like God was like,
Slow down.
slow down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's like, you got better and more important things to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was like, okay, if I tried to do music before, I've learned so much. All right, let me do it my way now.
Yeah.
Let me not try to do whatever. I just, whatever comes to my head, whatever topic comes to my head, I just listen to the beat and start writing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if I was supposed to die, I'm not saying I'm like, what is it, invincible or whatever, right? But it's like, I would have died in that car.
100%.
I would have never woke up in the hospital or anything. But the fact that I'm back and better than ever, healthier, stronger, my mental health is a bazillion times better.
Yeah.
There's a huge reason, bro.
And it's crazy. That kind of goes back to what you said, that there's that higher power, right? Because sometimes I feel like whether it was like an accident, whatever it was happened, unfortunate, but you came out on the other side better in a sense, right?
Exactly.
More stronger mentally. Your music, your work ethic, everything. It made you kind of just sit back and
It's
kind of
like
look at life
all
again.
trauma you probably have in anybody's life. I mean, you usually do, unfortunately, for whatever trauma does happen, you do
everybody has
usually
trauma.
come out of it, though, at the end of the day.
You do come out, but some people come out depressed. And the
True,
thing is,
true,
how I look at it is perspective.
Mhm.
And the word perspective can be put into anything and everything in life,
Mhm.
right? If you change your perspective on a problem, if someone's trying to fight you, and you're like, if you're like, dude, you trying to, you don't know who I am,
Yeah.
I'll fight you. You don't know who I
Yeah.
am, right? If you change your perspective, yo, hold up, this guy's going through something. He has a problem. So now if you stay calm, that problem might be handled. Now if he touches you, it's a different story.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
But
That's what this year. Fucking touch me.
yeah,
It's
but
on
like,
site, right?
but the thing is, our people like do peg la leta. It's like, oh,
Yeah. But that even that whole thing where they have dope egg and they let out their gusa, that's like trauma too. Right?
exactly. There's something. There's a
something-
foundation problem.
Yeah, there's
Like,
something there, right?
What are you hiding
Yeah.
that
What's
you
going
don't want to
on?
deal with?
Yeah.
Just why don't you just deal with your problem so you can
Yeah.
come around and be smiling instead of walking around pissed
And
off.
and
like
it's
that,
crazy though how you said that everybody has trauma. I feel like everybody has trauma, and like how you said people come out strong, but I think unfortunately somewhere social media has given power to people to put their trauma on a platform where
100%.
not necessarily they're receiving the best advice from everyone.
No, they're not.
Right? Because if
They're
I'm
not.
out there blasting my trauma, a lot of people might tell me, whether it's me talking about you, right? Out there, we have an issue. And I'm out there, and that issue, me feeling this way, could be some sort of trauma.
What are you
right?
trying to say?
No, what I'm saying to you is that.
So
So what I'm trying to say is that
my
not,
take
not
is-
necessarily me
Yeah.
going out there and putting that out there is more reason for someone else's entertainment to come in and be like, yo, Ajay, yeah.
Like dealing with
Jack
it
the girl,
personally.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then dealing with it on a scale where,
Personal level?
and that's where I feel like people need to deal with their trauma within themselves.
Before.
So 100%.
Okay,
And the
I
thing
see what
is,
you're
like,
saying now.
I'm not saying everyone
Yeah.
on social media, whether it be influencers, artists, or anyone, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people are real. A lot of people do deal with stuff real, right?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like if you're going to sleep crying, but you wake up and then you're like, yo, I got to do this and this and this. And then you're like on social media, you're just happy and da-da-da. Then it's like, okay, what's the real world?
Where's the
Wait, so a phone is the real world? Like
Yeah.
everything, so you're trying to tell me that I have to base my whole life off of this?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't, like, that's
And
crazy.
that's
That's
where
what people do.
that's
They
where
get addicted to it.
That's where it blows my mind sometimes too, because you can't wake up in the morning and say words of affirmations, but then in the evening be complaining about so and so, right? Because then it's like slow down a little bit.
100%,
Right?
bro. I literally, I dare anyone, try it for 7 days, but be actually disciplined.
Yeah.
You know,
Meditation does help.
either meditate or
Yeah.
while you're brushing or doing anything,
Yeah.
listen to audiobooks on YouTube. They're free.
Yeah.
And every time you go back to it, it'll start from the exact spot you left off.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't need to buy a book, and that's what I do for the past year. Every morning when I'm brushing and getting out, as soon as I get out of bed, you just play it right away.
Yeah.
Because then it sets the tone for your day, and they're telling you how to control your thoughts.
Yeah.
So like one book I would recommend is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph D. Murphy, and another one is Think Big, and like How to Think Big or something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, like, because that sets the tone for you.
As an artist, how hard is it to deal with the negative limelight? So your life's out there, right? And now you've been through it. We've all seen it. I think Mickey had that happen. How do you deal with it? And, I noticed you ignored it in a sense where you just kind of let it be, right? How important is that for an artist because a lot of the times you want to respond, right?
100%.
And it affects you on a...
You want to protect your family. You want to protect yourself.
Because if there's something being said about because you're an artist, you're out there, your life's out there. I mean, every artist has that kind of, what do you say, target on your back?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to defend yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is, just your natural instinct to
100%,
defend yourself.
100%.
But whether you do it or not is
Yeah.
a different thing. Whether it's the right thing to do it or not is a different thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very scenario-based thing.
And I think that...
100%. It depends on, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, I've put in enough time and effort into things to where it's like, come on, man. I don't got time for this. And if you think this is a perspective, that once again what we were talking about, everybody has a perspective. Like every story has two sides to it. Just like that person could have had a perspective, and I could have had a perspective too, of course.
Yeah.
I have my own perspective, they have their own perspective. They have their story, I have my own story. But it's like at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah.
I lost my dad when I was 13 or something. And I promise you, my accident was way worse.
Yeah.
I'm not compared to my dad, like, that was way worse than, what we're
Yeah.
talking about. So it's like, jata nahi marda, type of deal. Like, I'm moving on. I've got my, they got their own life. People got, whatever. And I got my own life.
Yeah.
And I'm truly blessed. My mom is happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
My family's happy. Everybody has a good relationship. And for me, above all, is my family, bro. Like,
100%.
so.
See, that's where we've had a couple conversations in the past too, where it's difficult for a man sometimes because you get caught up in the crossfire where you're kind of having to pick and choose.
Bro, it is the worst
right?
feeling. 5
Right.
years, bro, I dealt with that.
Yeah.
I was stuck in the middle,
Yeah.
and I was just the only one that was
And you're kind
physically being damaged too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, though. Like, whatever happens, our energies don't match, and people are different. People have different upbringings,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I got sisters, I got nephews and nieces, So, what kind of person? And I don't know what interview I was watching, bro. It changed my life because they were like talking about what kind of person you want to marry. You should think about that and how you should base it is, okay, if I gotta go away for a week and I got 3 babies, what kind of person do I want to leave my babies with?
Yeah.
Because the mother is gonna raise the kids, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm not saying someone's a bad person or anything. Everybody is great in their own way, like but it's like I don't want certain things for my life. I come from a different family, and so I just like, okay, just be happy, and everybody should be happy in their own way, and you just.
I guess you, in a sense, like you're saying, like it's allowed. That's where it gets difficult too, because I feel like some people can have differences.
100%.
And as a couple, you can live a different lifestyle, right? My lifestyle can be different from yours.
100%.
Doesn't mean I gotta accept yours, and you don't gotta accept mine, right? And that's where I feel like that grown adult conversation sometimes is missing. Whereas, like, we got to learn to respect each other's decisions, too, at a certain point. Right?
100%.
Yeah, but if your decisions impact me and how I would raise my kids, then I have to throw out my red flag.
100%.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, everything happens for a reason,
Yeah.
Like, I think I got saved, from the devil. Like, so.
Bro, can I ask you a
is what
question
it is.
straight up?
What?
Is this for the Bande out there too at the end of the day, right? Like, because I feel like there's a lot of guys out there now that can feel like, I'm secure.
Okay,
I'm secure. I'm this. I'm that. I can, do this. How was it being in a relationship with somebody that had an OnlyFans? And did that affect you?
Horrible.
That's
you
what I
know,
wanna
and there was like a miscommunication. Not even a miscommunication. Everything was, you know, filtered. You know, what everything was told was completely filtered based on how the person was served. And so for me, it's like I couldn't even talk to anyone. And so it was horrible, bro. I couldn't sleep at night. And that was not the, I mean, that was probably that's the biggest problem, yeah.
The camel that broke the, what was it, let's
It
say?
broke the back.
The straw? The
I
straw,
don't
yeah.
know.
But that's unfortunate,
Fucking
bro. Like
camel.
that you're going through that whole like you're saying that whole situation where you couldn't sleep at night and you didn't really have anyone to talk to. I mean, you couldn't go out there on social media.
I feel
and-
like there's a
no,
new
no.
generation of guys like, yeah, man, I'm so just secure. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck. But like,
No,
bro,
man, everybody's
imagine
someone.
being in
Bro,
that situation.
everybody's gonna say that, but it's until it comes down to come and bring that person home to your family, and you know it's completely different. You understand? You know what I mean? Like y'all got
when your, when your mom's asking the resume.
You know, bro, when your mom's seen the pictures through WhatsApp
Oh.
groups, come on, bro, it gets like y'all don't know what I've been through, but you know what? It's all good, man. Make your money, man. That's not with me. I'm gonna make my own money, you know.
So,
Oh, the WhatsApp to the mom. Dan, do you get the context here? Do you
did
get
we
where-
explain it enough?
Yeah, I got you.
That's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell.
Yeah, bro.
So when's the next song coming
How
out?
was that? yeah. He's been itching it, but I'll be honest,
I've been
everybody's
thinking about
been
this
talking
question
about
this
it.
morning. Yeah, it's-
Everybody's been talking about it, and it's like no matter what you say that like somebody's accepting me in our culture, unfortunately, it's hard, man. As a banda for
I
you to.
feel like it's not
100%.
even our culture. I mean, our culture obviously is more prevalent, but I feel like it's a society
Dan,
thing as
would
a whole.
you be okay if your girl had an OnlyFans?
And he's a Goda.
No.
No. Okay.
And he's a Goda.
So okay, so
Okay, explain why.
well, they're prostitutes. Hey man, if you get paid
I did not say
to
that.
do sexual acts,
Okay,
dictionary
okay. But
definition.
what if she's not doing sexual? What if she's just
Yeah,
posting
what if she's
pictures
not?
in like bikinis?
Yeah.
what's the difference?
Damn, straight up, Dan.
Insta hose, man. That's what I
Yo,
call it.
it's like
Oh.
okay.
Dan's
Yeah,
a
y'all go to,
savage.
listen, you go to the strip club, right?
Yeah, we've been there.
And it's probably cheaper to go to the strip club,
But y'all don't
but
there.
but people wanna.
How
do
much
the
is
same
it?
thing. It's
Can you
like
make
on-
money off that
It's like
shit?
social media stripper, you know, online stripper.
It's easier.
Easier. You're
Yeah.
sitting at home. Like it's easier.
It's like how they call us podcasters nowadays.
We're about to get canceled.
Okay, look.
Damn.
Okay, Dan, save us, man.
The way that I look at this situation is like I don't even follow girls on Instagram
Yeah.
because there's nothing in it for you as a guy, right?
Yeah.
Like women's currency is attention.
Yeah.
So you're just giving them all of this attention, and even in the case of OnlyFans, you're giving your money, and you're getting nothing in return from that.
Fox.
That is so stupid, bro.
Yeah.
It's just
But that's what I was. I used
Like,
to
just
laugh
light
about
your
it.
money on
Damn,
fire.
you're hustling these
Yeah.
people? You put up a bikini picture, but then I started seeing them. I was like, wait, that is. not a bikini.
And it's probably unfortunate because did you ever have like somebody message you that shit like John K and like
Oh, but like send me
DMs
pictures
and
all
like
the time,
haters
all the
just-
time, bro. I still get shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Let's talk about that side because I feel like no, but bro, that's unfortunate because look at what a banda has to deal with
People are
on
bro,
the other side.
Like I said, people are miserable,
Yeah.
and they think just because there's like they got Twitter fingers and IG fingers, and
Yeah.
they think they can say stuff.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid, bro. Like
Yeah.
people, like someone commented on one of my pictures recently
Yeah.
and was like, "Hey, so and so is really happy." Blah 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 blah. And I'll be honest with you, I got heated, bro.
Yeah.
And I literally typed out like 5 responses.
Yeah.
I was going for her.
Yeah.
But then I deleted everything. I was like, you know what?
Why give that energy?
Yeah.
If you're miserable, I'm not.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna make me miserable. I'm not gonna let you
Yeah,
control
that's what they
me.
want you to do.
That's
And
what they
bro,
yeah.
At the end of the
They,
day,
hey, like DJ Khaled said,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
They don't want you to win.
Yeah. But see, this is what confuses me. If you're so happy and you're so happy in your new life, why are we constantly hearing about it? Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm happy in my life, I'm not gonna be on social media trying to tell the world I'm happy. In that sense, I feel like I'm trying to.
Yo, just like they say the people that got money don't need to show they got money.
Yeah.
It's the same shit, bro.
Yeah.
If you see extra, you know, give money,
Yeah.
you know, then it's like, okay.
Nah, you're just trying to.
But then you get off the phone, it's like, it's
Yeah.
just like, okay, so in reality, and this is a lot of people like that, right?
this is a general thing. Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, their excuse is that it's business.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, that's business. But you have to have a balance between business and reality.
Yeah.
So if you go to work, you work.
And you're also claiming reality.
Yeah.
Right. But then you got to come back to like, okay,
What's real?
hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what it is. And like, but I feel like a lot of people get caught up in it. You know,
It's a
because
different
they get,
realm.
and like we were saying, so many, you got little stupid 10-year-old, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
No.
10-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the ones that comment are stupid. So yes,
Yeah.
stupid 10-year-olds
Yeah.
sitting at home
You idiots.
commenting, "You go, we love you," and then it's like, okay, so you gotta listen to a 10-year-old kid, but not listen to an adult that's in front of you that's been through life.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, what do you give value to, reality or social media?
But did you ever have that conversation as a couple where it was like, dude,
Thousands of
I'm not
times.
okay with this, and like,
Thousands of times.
and it wasn't respected, right? No.
For me, it's like, okay, cool, and that's why, you know, it's like it was their decision to leave, and I was like, it was hard,
so
but,
they
you know.
took. How was
It
that?
was, it was mutual.
How was
you know,
that?
but-
How was that breakup for you though? I feel like for everybody thinks for a bun that's easy.
No, it was the
You know
worst
what I
thing that ever. I mean, not the worst thing that ever happened to me, but it was hard
Yeah.
because I feel like I got, you know, I had a whole house, everything, a whole life, and then it was like, hey, I'm gonna pack my bags and leave, and I was just like, I'm sitting around looking in the apartment for 6 months alone,
Yeah.
and it was those 6 months were for me. I'm not gonna lie, it was
Yeah.
horrible. I was depressed. I didn't go see my family for months at a time, and they lived 30 minutes away, and they would try to come and be like, I'm busy, and it was just. I was just breaking shit. Like
Yeah.
I had to get the drywall redone because I mean, you know, I was hurt. I was
Yeah.
pissed because I felt like I got backstabbed. It's like because the thing is, we had every couple has arguments and little stuff
100%,
like
yeah.
that, right? But it was
Yeah.
nothing crazy. But the problem was that person having problems with other females, and you know how that is.
Oh yeah.
Once you know, if that goes down,
Yeah.
it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was stuck in the middle, but like, so it was just like for me, it was like, okay, wait.
You're kind of playing the moderator. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like, why do I have?
But then
this role?
I get punished. So I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, hold up. So it's like, yo, like people say, like, yo, he manipulated me. He, you know, abused me. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just because it's a girl saying it.
Yeah.
So now if a man comes out and says it, first of all, man's not gonna say it because they don't feel comfortable being vulnerable.
And
in
this is
front of
why we're
anyone.
having this conversation, because I feel like men can feel that too. You know what I mean?
100%, bro.
And like you're saying, you had 6 months where you didn't even go see your family, and you were caught in the middle of a battle between her and the family. So that in itself says a lot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But listen, man, all I gotta say is God bless everyone. Sone sone jawak deve munda mere.
But definitely, yeah.
You know,
I was
like-
curious about that. I was just really I've been
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about that question all morning.
No, the other question, the more important one you
Oh,
asked,
I
was
see.
when's the next one coming out? Listen,
Yeah.
I shot the video 3 times
Nice.
and it hasn't worked yet.
Wow.
And
Is it just by yourself, your own song?
yeah, solo. It's one of my favorites. It's with J Track. He produced it.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah, I had to step into Canada, you know.
That's
get a
pretty
get a
big,
little
man.
production
J
out
Track.
here.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I'm doing one with Too Young from out here too eventually.
Oh, nice.
that's big
Shout
too.
out.
Young.
Shout out.
You a fool for this. I love his tag, bro.
Yeah.
Do you got some? Do you want to like sing a little bit for us, or
Hell no.
no?
Hell
No
no.
snippets, no like clickbait here that we can.
Nah,
Something?
maybe.
Yeah?
Maybe. I'll do it in a bit.
All
I'll
right,
do it in a
near the
bit.
end, we'll hear
I've been
some.
coughing my ass off, bro. I OD'd on medication this morning. Ask Kim, bro. I was late. I was like,
Damn.
I
So-
gotta cancel.
So you're in the process of getting married now,
Yes, sir.
and how's that? How's that going for you?
Bless, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, put me by pull up.
oh,
How big was that? How big was that?
Bro, it was bigger than anything I've ever had in my
And
life.
you had no
bro.
idea,
I
right?
had no idea, bro.
Why was he such a big like for you? Like, what is this? I feel like it's a personal thing, right?
Look at this.
Put me by damn.
That's not by me, buddy.
Who's
That's
that?
my dad.
Oh,
Check that out.
wait,
can
what
see
song
it.
are you listening to?
Oh, Chanda Sitare.
Ah,
Mood bana gaya, see?
yeah, boys getting married, right?
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's a blessing. A lot of people weren't actually able to make it out for the wedding just because, you know, so far and this and that, whatever.
Logistics.
But now every single person is coming down. So it went from 25 people, I think, till this morning. Now it's 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
like-
out here.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's from
It's
out.
in the-
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're coming all the relatives flying in.
Everyone's flying in, bro. Yeah, my boys, a couple of my boys are coming down.
Mickey Singh coming or what?
Yeah, it'll be
Damn, that's gonna be big, yeah.
It'll be fun, man.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. How'd you see
You'll be there.
me? Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Fucking party after, that's for sure.
So what led you to not drinking? 'Cause
Huh?
you used to drink before, right?
Oh, bro, I used to drink. Yeah,
And
I didn't drink till I was 25.
Yeah.
So I didn't drink my whole life till I was 25. And then when I turned 25-ish, I had my first drink, and then it was just like, I had like a 3-4 year run.
Yeah.
Where I just went ham,
Yeah.
and I was like, I was proper alcoholic, you know. I mean, not that bad. But
Yeah.
I was drinking. And then after that accident happened, I mean, drink here and there, but it's just been about like a couple months that I'm like, okay, no, I consciously need to stop.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing is, bro, I want to be present and remember my experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I know how I am. I already have ADHD.
Yeah.
So if you do the research, if you have ADHD and you drink alcohol, your ADHD is on turbo mode. You know what I mean? It's going crazy. You can't focus on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it fucks up your memory too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I want to be present. I want to be able to sit in a meeting and remember and be, be about the business instead of like, back up, whatever. Like, the work is, business is different and pleasure is different.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, if I can have fun in my life for 25 years without drinking, why can't I do it now?
No, yeah.
And like, I haven't been drinking recently. I mean, here and there, but like, need a reason like a shot, whatever. Like, occasion hove.
Yeah.
Peer pressure works on me.
That's the worst, man.
Peer pressure works on me. That's, I admit it. Okay,
Really?
don't fucking peer pressure me. All right.
Dude, we rocked peer
Anyone.
pressure 10 months straight last year.
It was hard.
It was hard, bro.
It was
We
hard.
had
Last year, because
we,
it was like at
we
home.
didn't drink for 10 months straight, me and this guy.
Bro, the hardest was going to parties
All
and like everybody's
parties,
coming
not
up to
even
you.
driving, bro.
And you feel like it's boring almost, right?
Yeah.
But like,
But you can enjoy it.
observe.
You can enjoy it.
oh, you remember it. That's
And
my
sometimes
biggest thing.
it's more entertaining to be an observer than to be the one people are observing.
Now I
You know
watch
what I
the
mean?
drunks and I'm like,
yeah.
That's you.
I was that.
That's
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, nah, I don't want to be that no more, bro.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, if I'm gonna be an artist, I gotta protect my brand before anyone else does it.
Yeah.
You know, no one else is gonna do it for me.
No.
And like, I'm doing everything for myself, and
Mhm.
it's about my great grandkids.
Yeah.
You know, it's about their lives because I'm trying to set up for generations.
Legacy, yeah.
And so if I'm out here drinking and wasting time,
Yeah.
I don't know how much time I have. So while I'm here, I'm gonna go ham,
Yeah.
and that's it. And I feel like alcohol, it blurs your mind out.
100%.
Even if you have you get lit tonight,
yeah.
tomorrow morning till tomorrow night, you're gonna be in a blur.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can take all the Dvanya, the IV liquid, and whatever.
No, if you
but-
get like turned,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like
Takes a day and a half away.
exactly.
Oh man.
And it's a huge issue in our culture, in our society, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
How
know?
is it out in America? Is it pretty bad? Like I know
Alcohol?
it's pretty. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
Like,
Ours is way easier to get.
yeah.
Ours is
Oh, yeah, that's
our
true.
liquor stores are open till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and they're not government. So you got 200K, let's go. I'll open your liquor store right now. You know what I mean? It's so
Yeah.
easy.
Oh really?
So and there, bro, you can find a liquor store faster than you find a gas station, and sometimes the gas station has a liquor store.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah,
it's bad out.
Yeah,
Is
even
it?
It's
yeah,
bad.
here's you could here. I guess they do limit it in some ways.
Here it's
Yeah.
like you
You
kind of
can't even get a
have a
crown
cutoff.
bottle after 11 p.m. unless you
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah.
make the phone call.
Yeah, drop on those late
Yo,
deliveries.
now's
Drop
the time.
250 for it.
Now's the time. Score 72.
Oh yeah, speaking of liquor, shout out to our sponsor Scott 72 on Scott Road in 72. For all your liquor needs, just let him know the Bains Beers sent you. He'll help you out, and just go to Scott 72 to get your liquor from now on.
Score 72.
Scott 72, baby.
What else, man? What else is new?
Man.
Are you excited to be married?
I am, bro. I think a little nervous
Are you
sometimes.
scared?
No, I'm not scared. For sure, not scared.
How long have you dated or like been with?
15. Oh, me and her.
15
Oh no, me and her. I was like,
Oh,
no. I
shit.
said, how long have you dated, bro?
the past. You a little upset there, man.
You know how we do that. No, I'm kidding. No,
You
might have
I've
accepted.
only known her since like June, August, but
Yeah.
it's arranged. It's through my mom.
Okay.
So like, my mom's my god, bro. And she was consistent, and like, so I was like,
Yeah.
why you on my ass like that? And then eventually I ended up talking to her. I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And she's like huge into energy and like spiritual stuff, and she's a Reiki master, and like
Oh shit.
you know, these things like being on the same vibration matters to me, you know.
Yeah.
And like, what's more important, your IG or family? And
Ooh.
there was a bro.
That's a job.
I had a lot of
Boom.
conversations. I had a lot of conversations that you know that mattered to me, and it's not even about the job, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
No, it's
do the job.
reality. It's
Because at the end of the day,
reality.
like, yo, I'm the most creative person. I can edit your videos. I can shoot your videos. I can do whatever. I
Yeah.
can do your photo shoots. Let's go.
Yeah.
But what are we focused on?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we're getting complicated. with
And
it,
like I
it's
feel like
alright.
to a certain extent it's important too because you want to have kids one day, right? And like that type of stuff I feel like could be backlash at a certain point, right?
Yep,
Have you taken those learning lessons into your new relationship?
100%.
Yeah.
How have you?
100%.
Like
How have
was it?
I?
Yeah.
Bro, just like being calm and having like a foundation of like that conversation of like, okay, what's the
Do you
You
feel
get
like
that?
now you can have that kind of conversation with this, your fiance, because it is an arranged marriage in a way too? Do you feel like that
No.
helped for anyway?
No, I actually, it was very simple. I
Hmm.
was like, I'm never dating again, because you know I'm 31 now, so
Mm.
it's like if I don't put my all into my music right now,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be struggling by the time I'm 50,
Yeah.
Mm.
right? So I didn't want to get married next summer, so I was like, I got too much going on next summer, so just got another. Let's just do it quickly, whatever works, and we have had a lot of conversations. She knows about everything, you know. She's not on social media like that, but she's seen the stuff. Her cousins have showed her stuff and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Does
she
that affect-
obviously had the same
Does that
conversations.
affect?
Yeah, like
Not
does
at all.
that
No,
any
not at
point?
all.
Yeah.
Because
But I
she's the only
mean-
person that got my side of the story,
Mm.
right? And now, my thing is, bro, okay, so there was a lot said, right? My thing is, I don't think I'm a bad dude.
Yeah.
You know, I don't, fuck anybody over.
Yeah.
I go out of my way to help people.
Yeah.
You know, it's not trying to be egoistic. I'm just like, this is who I am at the foundation, you know? And if I'm that way, that means my mom was a single mother. She raised 4 of us. If I'm that way, then all the credit goes to my mother.
100%.
So if you're going to tell me my mother is fucked up, then
Yeah.
how the fuck you justify me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how could one lady raise a good person but then be fucked up herself?
Yeah.
So clearly there's an issue here. You know, there's a communication thing. Or
And it's
whatever.
crazy how like women want to empower women yet we're battling women. You know what I mean?
But yo, empower भी तो उदन जी करे ना कि जड़ी कोई चज दी होवे. How the fuck is my mom supposed to
Yeah.
empower that?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
Bro, my mom, dog, like, it was difficult.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. Could you imagine, bro? You
Yeah.
sitting there
Yo, I wouldn't.
and
get
your
it.
mom walks up.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I would not be allowed to get to that point.
Right.
And I know you wouldn't.
Yeah,
Be honest though. If you can even
No,
put
bro,
yourself
I
in
got
that seat.
shit.
Yeah.
Do you,
Yeah.
you think my family was just like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
अच्छा,
Yeah,
नूर
yeah,
रानी ने
yeah.
नवे जाम शुरू की थी. You know,
Yeah.
they weren't happy. Bro, I got shit. Like,
I
because
do-
I was responsible.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't say
do-
shit to her. I got shit for it.
But it's crazy because people don't see that side because it's like as
What I can't imagine. I know the family is hard.
the
too,
family gets backlash.
But what
too,
about with
though.
your boys?
Yeah.
Bro, it was
Because
embarrassing.
that
It was embarrassing,
you know what I
bro.
mean?
Yeah.
Bro, like, I'm all about respect and earning my respect. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes down to it, we can buck. But, like, I don't like disrespecting people because you got to give respect to get respect.
Yeah.
And now, and after dad losing, he was a big guy in the community. So after him, going away, passing away, we always focused on, okay, mom's a single mother. So kal nu koi panga assi karde hain, it's her name on the line.
Yeah.
And dad.
Yeah.
So we got to always make sure that we ijjat kamani hai, you know what I mean? Earn the respect from the
Yeah.
community and from family and loved ones.
Yeah.
So when you spend all this time in the community to just be you,
Yeah.
because obviously everybody wants respect. No one wants to be like, yo, he's a guy, that blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
you know? But that's what it was. I never had anxiety in my life before.
Yeah.
I developed anxiety. I developed depression. I was never depressed before.
Yeah.
I was the happiest guy. But it was just like, I was in, like, it was, I don't know how to explain bro.
Does it still affect you?
No.
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 Okay.
Because it's like, yo, like, the reality is, I know the reality.
Yeah.
Like, मैं तो लड़ रहा सी होगा conversation picture, right? So it's like, I know where I stand. So, and the thing is, I was not the only one manipulated. The families were too, both of them. It was like, oh, but my husband's okay with it.
Yeah.
Even her family, her brother, Like, but who are you to tell me?
Yeah.
And my dumbass was like, if that's what makes you happy, because it was like, okay, I'm only doing it for 3 months. I'm only doing it for 6 months. I'm only doing it for this.
And I kept
was like-
going.
I kept going, yeah. So at that point, I was
I have a question. What was I gonna say?
Uh,
No.
got it.
Cause you're in the music industry, you probably see it more. Or if there is there like a dark side to that sort of industry?
oh, 100%.
Yeah.
People are, not everyone. Like the more you, it's just like energy reading, right?
Yeah.
You can tell if someone's trying to be realistic or someone's trying to like get something out of it. You know, oda fayda ya tera fayda, like, you know. And we've been screwed over, hustled, beat up, jumped at shows.
Oh really?
You know what I mean? Over money. Like, you ask the promoter for money after the show's over, he brings 20 goons and starts beating your ass. Like, what the
Shit.
like that type of shit. So it's like, but you learn as time goes on, so you figure out who the fuck you gotta keep your distance from
Yeah.
and who you gotta keep in your circle.
Yeah.
And me, I'm big on energy, bro. Like, if I don't fuck with you, hath milona bhi dur di gall hai. I don't want to touch you
Yeah.
because mainu nahi pata tu bhai jo ki shift kar dena mere ch, like,
Yeah.
it's just,
yeah.
bro, like, it's just what
Stay
I believe,
away,
you know.
Yeah.
Stay away, like, yo, keep the distance, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whatever you want, like, talk to me, but like, don't be getting all personal and shit, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it's a cutthroat industry, right?
Yeah, you can tell.
So you got to be careful, and you're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's your perspective. Once again, you can be like, "Oh my God, this is a sign from God. I shouldn't do this." Blah blah. Or you can be like, "Oh shit, okay, I fucked up here. That's a learning experience. Okay, now let's do it this way."
Yeah.
You know, because I literally just went through that a month ago. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done, bro, because I got hustled for a crazy amount of money
Oh.
by some guy for a video, and second time I shot it, fucked up. Third time I shot it, didn't turn out the way, but I still had to
This
pay
for
the
the same song.
yeah, with J Track. And bro, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
3 videos. I still had to pay for it because the homeboy still did the work, you know.
Yeah.
So it's fair for me to pay them, but
Yeah.
in the end result, I'm like, yo, if my gut ain't happy,
Yeah.
I'm not putting it out. So it's like, all
100%,
right,
yeah.
trash. So now I don't know. I'm figuring it out, bro. I was
Yeah.
supposed to drop it on the 14th, but I'm just struggling right now. You know.
Yeah. How does one make money in the Punjabi industry for music? Is it pretty difficult?
100%.
Yeah.
It's very difficult because think about how much competition you have now,
Yeah.
right? So je khada lagna hai, there's so many options. If it's a live band, what kind of artist are you? You're a club artist? Are
Yeah.
you a wedding artist? You know what I mean? So it depends what you focus on, because what you put out is what you're gonna be able to like, you know, the market you
Yeah.
attract. So I mean, if you are consistent enough, you know, you can start making money if you're getting streams and get money off of shows and
Mainly
you know,
shows
videos.
still, like
Shows is always a bigger money,
Yeah.
unless you're doing like 1 billion streams like AP, then he's obviously making millions off that.
Is he?
But yeah. But obviously the big money always is shows.
Yeah.
And it depends on where you're based out of.
Yeah.
So if you're based in like the States, you get paid different type of tiers.
Yeah.
If you're in Canada, you get paid different by Spotify and Apple. If you're
Okay.
in India, it's completely different.
Different.
And same thing with YouTube too. So it depends on
Yeah.
what your location is. You get paid on the commercials because the commercials are going to be focused on your demographics, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's, and the thing is, bro, there's so many more opportunities. You know, merchandise.
Yeah.
People think like, oh, until I get the big thing, you know, blah blah. But it's like knowledge, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
the biggest thing. You can make money the first month.
It's just all in how you market yourself in a sense.
It's
right?
like, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Why are you doing music? Are you doing it because, oh, that did it and he goes to shows and he gets girls and he's famous and he's cool and I want to get that da 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 da. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be on TV and famous.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that do that and they're
Yeah.
broke as shit.
Yeah.
I could name, I'm not going to, but I can name at least 40, 50, anyone that works with a label,
Yeah.
you know? But those ones that are doing independent, you know what I mean? They are in control.
Would you say
No,
you're
yeah.
independent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm independent to the point, like, my focus is, like we were talking, I feel like there's a lot of clicks. And I hate that. I hate that.
Every industry. I
Like,
feel yeah.
Surrey has their own clicks.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Toronto has their own clicks. New
Yeah,
York has
man.
their
Why
own
why
clicks.
can't I see like y'all collabing out here with like?
I'm about
But
to,
yo,
I want to be the
should,
the one
yeah.
to
bro,
do it, bro.
but I feel like we don't even support each other half the time in our own cities too,
Yeah, that's true.
No, 100%.
and overall as a collective. we don't support each other.
But like
No.
low key, there's like that competitive side too. Everybody's like
there
sees,
is, but
everybody
then,
kind of sees what they're doing, but like it's
but
like
then it doesn't make sense. Like it makes sense when you're competing in the same thing, but it doesn't make sense when
You
you're-
work at the bank and you're trying to ask your way to promote your song. Is that what you mean?
Like I'm trying to say, like okay, like if you can still work together in a way, I guess. I don't know.
But it's like, bro, what artist is AP gonna work with now?
I didn't
Because
mean
I feel like
yeah.
he's it's like he's at a point where he's probably like, bro,
no, but
I think I'm gonna still work with him. I'm gonna give him a run. He's gonna
that'd be
have to.
sick. I think that'd be
Mhm.
sick. I
Bro,
think there's
'cause the
so
first
many
song,
artists.
Yar
That could,
Tera Billo, I
Yeah.
had that was a song I had like we were doing like back and forth on.
yeah,
And back then, only song he had out was Top Boy, so it was a single by him.
yeah,
You know, Carly Good Divas.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that shit is
fire,
fire.
yeah,
And I was already working on music like that.
yeah.
And so I was like, okay. I think
even
it'd be
us,
dope for
when
us to-
we DM'd him around right after Hustling came out, and we
Okay.
was like, holy
That's
fuck.
when we got a response.
And that's when we got a response, right? And I was like, oh, and we're like, and then we just saw his progression because obviously we took our year off, and during that
Yeah.
time,
But he
too,
kind of
and
just
then
blew up.
through that
You know,
year,
it was pretty
this guy
quick.
just
because it
went
was
crazy.
COVID, everybody was home. There was
Yeah.
no concerts happening.
Timing
All
was
the
right.
other artists that were doing it for. So think about it. He didn't start doing it till November 2019.
Yeah,
You know, that was the first time he
Yeah.
dropped the song.
yeah,
So after that, everybody that was doing it, they were OGs or they've been in it. They freaked out. They were like, "Oh, lockdown na ho gaya, ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya. What do we do?" They freaked
Yeah.
out.
yeah,
So it was like he didn't know any better
yeah.
or didn't know any different. So he was just like, "All right, I got opportunity. Let me just boom, 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 boom,
Throw
boom."
shit out there.
And
Yeah.
so people all over the world, Desis, didn't have any other option that was good music, and they wanted something different because they were spending so much time home listening to the same shit over and over,
Over
the
and
same
over, yeah.
vibes. And so it was like the perfect, most,
yeah,
orchestrated f***ing plan, and I think it was genius, bro.
yeah.
Like, he's definitely gonna go down as a legend, but I'm so excited to see him like do more stuff.
Keep
like,
doing
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
100%, bro. I agree with that.
How
It's a
big
vibe.
is like that sampling culture though? Like
It's
pretty big, right? in the music?
I feel like
Now it is.
recently a lot
Yeah.
of like DJs that started producing started getting into that, and then now a lot of the UK producers, they just love doing that.
Yeah,
I think it's bigger in Canada and
Mhm.
the UK.
I feel like
We
you
don't- we
guys
don't
out
do
there, you
samples
guys
like
like
that.
keep it like pretty raw, right?
I want to start from scratch and make. And if I, feel like something fits,
yeah,
here I'm about to blow your guys' mind. So on feels like, when it goes, and it feels like, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. You know where that tune is from?
Yeah, no, I don't.
yeah.
Hey,
No, I was saying, yeah,
nah,
the first part.
You know where it's from?
Nah.
Okay, so this was Skilly. Shout out Skilly. It was his idea. It's from Tere Tille Toyo.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun. And then it's
Oh.
sped up with a guitar filter, and like
I can see that.
it's
now.
just like
Wow.
Yeah.
that's how we
Who
do
produced
it,
that? Mickey, you said?
Mickey did, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So Mickey produces everything, eh?
He does, yeah. He's a one man team most
And
of
like the
time.
lyrics, who wrote the lyrics? You did it
I
yourself?
did, yeah.
That was fire.
Who are
you, bro.
who are a few people that you want to work with? Like, just say like,
Locally. Oh, yeah.
or yeah, I guess.
Like locally or just
Or I
anywhere?
was just saying like,
Like
I
someone
was
you wanna
saying in
collab
general.
someone I want to collab with. I feel like I'm gonna collab with a lot of people as the opportunity comes, because
Mhm.
I'm all about energy. If I vibe with you and you good people, we're able to work. But as far as like idols go and stuff like that, I don't really know, bro. Like Pummy would be dope, Loki or
Yeah.
Babu Man, or Lil Wayne. That would be
Yeah,
a
Lil
dream
Wayne.
come
Purple
true.
Mom be fire.
Babu Man would be fine.
Little
bro.
Wayne, I feel
Or
like that could happen.
me, Babu Man and Lil Wayne on a track.
Ooh.
Jess Loco, Babu Man, and Lil Wayne.
Yo, that'd be
Why
something
does that
else.
sound like that would be fun?
That would
It
be
would be
fire.
fire.
Yo, because
Yeah.
Purple Mon is
Fire.
fucking good, man.
Oh,
Bro, he's a
yeah,
legend.
he's
He's a
awesome.
legend, so.
You could listen to that guy.
He's- yeah,
anytime,
I feel like you'd have to pay a bag for Lil Wayne, because he's probably just like, you know what I mean?
Him,
Because I think Ojla did it a few times, like YG, I think he had it on his track. and-
YG,
yeah, he had
Yeah.
YG. Yeah.
the game too, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the game.
And then Sidhu, obviously, he had whoever he
But
wanted.
bro,
pretty
Sidhu was
much.
about to get Drake on.
Yeah, he said
Allegedly,
he has that,
there's-
so they're still gonna put it
there's-
out. His dad confirmed it, so I thought
That's
that was so
big.
sick,
Yeah.
bro. Like, yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of genres in Punjabi music right
So
now,
much.
especially in the like for example in 2020, Spotify playlisted 150,000 artists. That's more than they've done in years put together.
Yeah.
So that means playlisted as in like AP Dhillon, and the whole playlist is made by Spotify. And and if you do the research, the biggest help, the promotion you can do, is being consistent and getting onto playlists.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's like, you know, play pages, you know, Punjabi Central and Punjabi Media Hub,
Yeah.
you know, and I think that's a cool way to get in front of the audience too. You know, they see addiction, they're
Mhm.
cool,
Yeah, they're pretty big.
but
Shout out Media Hub, boy.
When you talk about Detroit, you just think like, you know.
Yeah, like what did you live in the fucking? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we didn't even ask.
Yeah, bro. Because he lives
you
in
live in the
Detroit,
fucking hood
and
or
when
what?
you think like Detroit, you're like,
nah, bro.
Suburbs.
We've been on the come up, so moved out in
okay.
like 2018,
yeah.
into a decent house. But yeah, we did grow up around Detroit, like downtown area. I was
So
living
that was
in
like-
downtown. But actually, no. To answer your question, Detroit is fucking amazing, bro. It's a vibe. Like I'm a foodie, so I love food,
Yeah.
and we're like the top 5 places for food,
Yeah.
like any kind you want. We're the top 5 places to visit for like tourists. There's a lot to see and a lot to do.
Yeah.
And Windsor is like over the river, so you can end up in
Mm.
Canada, and 3.5 hours you're in Toronto.
Okay.
So it's kind of vibey.
So
And
it's
Chicago.
not what you hear, like you know, just gunshots going outside.
I mean, that's every city, right?
Yeah.
You can go here into certain areas.
Yeah.
Ask, walking down the street, you won't get popped too, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's gonna really out here, but Detroit,
I mean, yeah,
from what I've
true.
heard, yeah.
But I mean, it's just like, you know, I mean, I go to Detroit all the time to get work done and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
That's where the connects are. Like, you're gonna get a oil change done or brakes done, you know. It's $40 there.
Yeah.
Where in the suburb it's $250. So you don't think I'm gonna drive 40 minutes to get them
Oh,
for 40
that's
bucks, and it still
expensive.
works. So,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's a vibe, bro. But you still gotta be safe.
Yeah.
But like if you check out like Detroit downtown and stuff, there's a lot
It's
to do.
nice.
But I would suggest summer always, because the cold is cold, and you're gonna hate your life.
What about going to school there? Did you experience racism?
Hell yeah.
How
First
was
day of
that?
school. First day, it was horrible. I didn't know much English. I knew enough to like survive.
Because you were in Dubai for 5 years, and then you were in India for how many years
So
again?
you're a
5.
citizen of
5,
Dubai
right?
then, technically, right?
No, you
No?
can't. You can't. It doesn't matter if you're born there in Dubai.
Yeah.
You can only get citizenship if you are Muslim.
I feel like in their country they have their set of rules that they've lived on, right? And now, like with Western ideologies or whatever it is, people want to change,
Mhm.
right? They want to
Yeah.
accept other ways of living, and they're still stuck in their old
Yeah.
ways.
No, I'm not gonna say wrong to any religion or anything, but I think people get religion and society and culture confused,
Yeah.
right? They're like, "Sade tya karde nahi." I'm like, wait, hold up. Who's
Yeah.
Sade and who said this?
Yeah.
Cause like, and you know, I love my mom, but like we have debates. Sometimes we have fucking arguments, you know. And it's like she'd be like, you know, take off your earrings. Why'd you get all these tattoos? And I'm like, because mom, it makes me happy. I was like, who am I hurting by getting tattoos?
Yeah.
Like, what is the problem? Chunke nahi lagde, you know. And I'm like, why? Says
Yeah.
who? Like, boss, like, you know, loka ne ki kehna gunda blah blah. And I'm like, but do you know me? मैं गुंडा हूँ?
Yeah.
She's like, nahi. So I'm like, what? Loki kona?
Yeah.
Why do I care about that? And like, I'm so stubborn. And I'm like, nope. No, I don't care. I'm doing. She'd be like, going Gurdwara, you know. She's like, with dhyan na ja, you know.
Yeah.
Guru ka rai nahi jahida hunda. But I'm like, I respect God. I'm not doing drugs or peg la ke nahi ja raha. What I've been taught, like how to respect the Gurdwara.
Yeah.
But since when is having a tattoo and earrings going to Gurdwara a
bad thing,
disgrace?
Yeah.
I've seen Singhs these days, you know, with the most amazing tattoos and sleeves I've seen, right?
I think it's just like an old school way of thinking, cause like I feel like our culture is so stuck on what society's gonna say, right? We're too worried
Log
about
kane ki
low-key,
kehna.
right? And it's like we forget to live because we're so worried about what.
Living for others.
Yeah, you're
And then
basically.
we want to make everyone happy around us, right? Most
Yeah.
importantly, like our parents and our
Mhm.
loved ones, people we
Yeah.
care about. So you sometimes compromise and do things that you're not happy
It's a
with.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
You sacrifice your own morals and principles to make someone else happy. But
100%.
it's like, I don't,
Yeah.
hold up. No, I don't want to compromise no more. I got to have boundaries now.
Mm.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned was like having boundaries with our parents, there's nothing wrong with that.
100%.
Because when I was born in the 90s, what happened since then? And when mom was raised and what she was taught by my grandpa and my grandpa grew up in a completely different generation.
Exactly.
His parents that taught him what he was
Yeah.
taught grew up in a completely different
Yeah.
generation. So now how does that apply to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need to question you because even though I trusted you, that, bro, for example, like the biggest bullshit I ever heard was first day going to school. If you get in a fight, you're going to get deported. Tu kalla India jayega and we're going to be here. And tu
Yeah.
kalle tenu India school le jana pena. And I was
Scared,
oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And I guess what happened? I got in a fight the first day of school.
Because of
I
the
got-
racism?
Yeah, I got suspended.
Yeah.
And I come home, my mom's crying. जिवें कोई मर गया. I was like, "Mata ki hoya?"
Yeah.
It wasn't because I got in a fight. She was testing it if I could handle my judo, because I had a really big judo,
Yeah.
and that's how the fight happened. And she was crying because she had to cut it with her own hands. And my mom's Amrit shock.
Oh.
So for her, it was a very traumatizing event. But it's like,
So what happened, if you want to talk about it?
I was it was first day of 6th grade. I had just came from India, and so we had the combination locks, and I was
Yeah.
trying to get into that bitch,
Yeah.
and couldn't. It was like, right, or
Oh,
right,
dude.
left,
Oh,
right. You
yeah.
gotta pass it
I
once.
hated that
Bro, like between 3-4 classes, I tried it. Didn't work. So I'm like, okay, ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਾ. So I kept struggling for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, behind me, I hear people giggling and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on? I turn around. There's like a big U of people around me just laughing at me, struggling.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to say much in English. I know, like, hello, how are you? You know, like,
Yeah.
I didn't know English like that, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous. Utto mere juda khor koi mere varga hai nahi gaye the.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the f? Okay, so they were laughing, but they were laughing at me. So I just turned around and started trying again. And right then, homeboy just walks up and grabs my judo, goes, he just grabbed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's like India said,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
tu meri izzat nu hath laya, in a
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is, that's my crown.
100%. Yeah.
And I was pissed. But then I was like, nope. Mom said, "Jay ladai ki thi. You're going to be stuck in India. Kalla, I don't want to do that. Holi theek ho juga, don't fight him."
Yeah.
I was like, all right. Just it was a mental talk. And then he comes back and does it again.
Oh, fuck.
Now I was like, okay. I had like 2 seconds to think. I was like, "Jay kuch na kita. Phir izzat bhi
He's gonna
jani hai."
keep- Yeah.
ਬਾਪੂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਬਾਪੂ ਨੇ ਛਿੱਤਰ ਮਾਰਨੇ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਛਿੱਤਰ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਖਾ ਕੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ
Yeah.
ਕੀਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ so I'm not sorry Brian University. Nah, I had this like hardcover like social studies book in my hand
Yeah.
and I just took the harder like the open side,
Yeah.
just hit him in the jaw, he fell and just bashed his face in with the book. He never came back to the school. He had to get like his face reconstructed and stuff.
Oh, so you fucked him up.
Bro, I had a lot of trauma to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I didn't even want to come to fucking America.
Yeah.
I was living my best life, bro. 4-5 घंटे रोज क्रिकेट खेडनी,
Yeah.
स्कूल ले जाके ट्यूटर नाल होमवर्क करके, like, it was cool. I was getting good grades.
Yeah.
But then I came here, now I don't know English, now I'm getting bad grades because I don't understand shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting shit from my parents, like, tu padda nahi, and I'm like, I think there's something wrong with me. I can't focus.
Yeah.
And it took years, and literally 3 years ago, I like got diagnosed with ADHD from like professionals, but
Holy
3-4
shit.
different times.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't trust you. Like, do I have it?
Yeah.
So they like really had to evaluate because I don't want to be sitting here, putting anything in my body that doesn't serve me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just
So you take medication for ADHD now?
sometimes when needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially like if I'm feeling like I'm trying to read or something, like it's a really hard time, bro. Like,
Yeah.
exams, like by the time I read the first question and then it's multiple choices,
Yeah.
by the time I get to the fourth one, I forgot what the question was.
Damn.
So it's like, what the fuck am I even reading?
Yeah.
So now it takes me double, triple the time to go through each question. I'm gonna read it again. And I never understood why that was happening, but now as an adult, I've been more aware and present and like just researching and holy shit. And
Yeah.
my family, I was like, I need to go see a psychiatrist. Like, take me to a doctor. Kuch nahi hoya, bas tu dhyan nahi denda, tu try nahi karda. And I was like, okay, shit, maybe I'm not trying.
Yeah.
So I
And you're
believe
kind
it,
of just constantly doubting yourself.
Bro, 100%.
So were you like a rowdy kid in India too, or like did you were like kind
Yeah,
of like
bro,
you
'cause the
get
thing
into
is-
fights, you do shit like that
So
already?
I was 5 when I moved to India, but my dad ended up moving to the States. So we were in Dubai, but he ended up moving to the States, and we ended up being in India with mom. So she was a single mother raising like 3-4 of us. And so India, the freedom was, I was like 6-7 years old. I'm from, living in Moga. Literally just used to go up and down the whole shad, no questions asked, play cricket till like 12 o'clock at night. No one would bother. No one, was like, oh, kitte gaya, munda kitte gaya, you know?
Yeah.
Now here it's like little kids like 8-9 years old, 10 years old, and they're not allowed to go take the trash out to the end of the driveway,
You gotta be careful.
Yeah, it's like it's a different lifestyle there, and I'm so blessed to have had that. And like I put that DCS foundation,
Yeah.
and then I ended up in the hood in Detroit. So it was like, okay, I always say it's like Pindu Hood, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna want to make a song called Pindu Hood. And I don't know if there already is one.
Bro,
like
I think that
but-
would bump. Bandu Hood.
Because there's a lot of people that have this story, right? They came from India and they didn't know. It's like, oh, the house is cheaper in that area.
Yeah.
But they don't know much about the area, and they end up buying a house, and these people grew up in the hood. And it's like, you know, especially Cali, a lot of people,
Oh,
New
yeah.
York,
Yeah.
Queens, Jamaica areas.
But up and
Yeah.
doing well for themselves all around the world now.
100%,
right?
bro.
It's like
100%.
they put in that grind and
It's in our
hustle
blood,
time.
right?
Yeah.
We were soldiers and warriors, and
Yeah.
you know, we're basically meant to do physical work, whether it be
Yeah.
for ourselves or for someone else. But
Yeah.
I prefer to do it for myself. I don't want to make anyone else rich. I want to make myself rich. You know,
100%.
so it matters. And like, even if you, my mentality is, bro, even if you make 40% less for a couple years, but you're doing something for yourself that makes you happier than having a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
I think on that 5th year, when you pop off, it's gonna flood.
Yeah.
It's gonna flood like crazy. But why would you want to be miserable for 5 years with a 9-to-5 when you can make a little bit of money, but you have that contentness and you're happy?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it might be, you know, you want to start your own business, whatever, blah 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 blah. Like, and the reality is, bro, people are so depressed. They wake up on Monday morning, they're like, oh fuck, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
You know, now the whole day is like,
a grind.
you know, it's
Yeah.
it's a struggle.
Yeah.
But it's like, why not just be excited? You know, even if you do have to, because it's like life happens. Maybe you can't do what you need to do. So you know how you have a plan. Okay, next 3 years I have to do this job, but I'm gonna stack up this much money.
Amazing.
That's fine. Then you should be excited about the next 3 years
Yeah.
because you have a goal. And that when you have a goal, the time flies by
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll be able to do something out of it.
Yeah.
But
What's your biggest struggle right now as a musician?
I don't have any struggle. I don't
No.
think so. No. I mean, videos, I
Yeah.
guess. You know,
Yeah,
but
the videos.
I'm a director myself, so
Yeah.
I'm ordering a camera. By the time I get home, it's gonna be there, and I'm just gonna get a stabilizer.
Yeah, you used to do videos yourself.
Yeah, I
right?
did it. With French Lidiana and then Makal.
Mhm.
I did one, but then my accident.
French
happened.
Lidiana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah. Respect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, man. Just try to, be
Yeah.
consistent with it.
What's some advice you'd give out to some younger artists or just to some younger people in general?
That are navigating through that industry.
And
Learn.
life.
Learn. There's a bazillion resources available. Instead of hiring someone to do whatever you need to do, try doing it yourself first. Learn it. You can learn anything. You can learn how to run Final Cut Pro. You can learn how to run, Pro Tools, anything. So you want to be a producer? Go to YouTube. Spend 8 hours total. 2 hours a day, an hour a day, whatever. And by the week, you'll be able to do, honestly, probably some decent shit. But, it's like, what are you willing to do? How much work are you willing to put in? Like, I'm self-taught when it comes to dole, but I'm very passionate about when I do stuff, I want to be the best at it. Otherwise, I don't like losing because I was in sports. So it's like you get that mentality and everything, So I just, literally, I didn't even have a toe. I would put 2 chairs together face to face and then just, play on it with sticks and, just kept learning. And then I went and got a toe. And I did my first gig that day. So it was but it's what are you willing to do? The resources are available. And also being consistent. You're going to struggle, you're going to fall, you're going to have a lot of problems that come up that you don't even know about that exist, right? Because you can have different expectations and something completely opposite happens. You can have a different deadline and you're 2 months behind and then you're like, okay, what the because it's art. So art and passion, they go hand in hand with your feelings. And, my brother's always keep the emotion out of it. And I'm a very emotional person, I'm about love. I everything I do it with love. So when it doesn't go on the timeline, I'm like, okay, so what's going on, So I've had to teach myself that, okay, whatever happens for a reason. Because at the end of the day, if I wasn't, gonna do this, if I wasn't supposed to do this, then why would I keep getting such great opportunities? And every time something messes up, so far, I've had this mentality is when God takes away something from me, he's going to give me something 10 times better. That's my mentality with cars. That's my mentality with people. Mentality with phone. Whatever phone,
People.
He's gonna say woman. Yeah.
People.
Why you gotta?
You know, any future projects that you wanna throw out there that people
Oh
people
yeah,
to
you
look
plug
out
your
for?
stuff out a little bit. Your
Alright.
Instagrams, your music.
All right, well, check me out on Instagram at Loco Tera Yar. And, well, so okay, I can't give you guys a date or a timeline.
Bro, this won't be out by then.
Okay.
Hopefully the song will be out before this is out.
Okay, so it'll be out before the 31st. That's what I know.
The song will be out first.
Okay, done.
So, yeah.
So then it's probably, I hope it's out. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? No, not hope it. We don't hope. It's
It
gonna
won't
be out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be out, and it's the one with J Track. It's I'll show you guys off the
Nice,
record.
nice.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
And then I have another one coming in January. Shout out to Raj. He's been my producer on all the music so far, and he's actually one of the craziest vocalists.
Mhm.
So
Speaking of vocals, you can give us some vocals.
oh shit.
You didn't think I remembered, did you?
I almost forgot.
I am. Okay, we'll try it out. And then so in January I'm launching my label. So the Raj is gonna be one of the first artists I'm gonna launch as a singer as well,
Nice.
and as a producer. And then we have another one. Shout out G Sidhu. We have a crazy banger.
You and G
coming
Sidhu?
out. Yeah.
That's
Nice.
sad.
It's like straight folk vibes. So
Yeah.
not compared to like what you've heard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Completely different. And then like every month, every couple months, like flavor is just gonna be. There's no consistency in what I make,
Yeah.
but there's consistency in me putting shit out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
But it's just gonna be a flavor. So it's
Yeah,
like,
same with us.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, you
Mhm.
know, because you might not
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
all 10 of my songs,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but if you like that one, it's like, oh, cool, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Somebody's
you know?
gonna like it.
Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna connect to it. Right? So all kinds of different flavors and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
I'm excited, bro.
Thank you,
Me
bro.
too.
Thank you, man. But yeah.
He like
I
tried.
didn't know if he was gonna stay silent.
I'm waiting, man. I'm like, let's hear some.
Oh man, yo, my dry cough is fucked. But all right, what do you guys want to listen to? You guys want to hear something that's released or something coming out?
Just saying, like,
Coming out.
Coming out?
Yeah, unheard.
Oh, y'all want to hear them? Okay, I'll show you. I'll give you guys a little teaser because unfortunately it's already gonna be out. So if you hear this song, you go check out the full version.
no. Fortunately, it will be.
Oh,
out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fortunately, yes.
Fortunately.
Yes. Fortunately, it's the plug. Go check it out. It's called Napoleon Hill by Jess Loco and J Track, and it's a vibe. But it goes. Napoleon Hill ਵਾਂਗੂ ਕਰਦਾ ਏ ਥਿੰਕ ਲੰਡੂ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿੰਕ ਲੀਡਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਭਲੇਖੇ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਪੈਣ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਜਾਵੇ ਅੱਠ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿਣ ਮੂੰਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਡੀ ਨਾਲੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਕਾਲੀ ਕੈਡੀ ਪੀਕੀ ਬਲਾਈਂਡਰ ਵੀ ਸਾਥੋਂ ਖੈਰ ਮੰਗਦੇ
Oh shit! That's about to be a banger. Shit.
Boy's got a voice on it.
And that's Jessie Loco Tera Yar, man. Everybody, thank you for coming on. We appreciate
Thank you
it.
for listening.
man.
Make sure
Appreciate
to
you guys.
like and subscribe.
Run
I
that
always
fucking
forget to
song
say
up.
that.
Run the
Run it
song
up.
up, man.
Yeah.
Done.
And we the Bains Beers.
And we're out.
I can't take no loss.